Hi, this is Steve Stine from Guitarzoom, and I get a lot of people that ask me about when you first start learning how to play, what are the most important chords? Because there's so many chords and so many different directions you can go, and what I thought I would do is I would help you out by giving you the 10 most important chords that you need to learn, what I call the essential 10. And the order in which, if you were me, the order in which you would learn these, okay? Because a lot of the songs that you're going to learn how to play use the same chords over and over and over. So what we're going to do is we're just going to look at these chords. You don't have to learn all 10 of them right now, but these are certainly ones that you're going to want to look at. So the first chord we're going to look at is called a G major chord, okay? So G major, or simply G we call it, is this chord. Okay? Now there's a number of different ways that you can play these chords, so if you decide you want to play it a different way, it's perfectly fine, okay? But the way I'm showing you how to play G is what we call a 4-finger G. So my middle finger is on the 6th string on the 3rd fret, my first finger is on the 5th string on the 2nd fret, my ring finger is on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret, and my pinky is on the 1st string on the 3rd fret. And you can strum all 6 of these. This is one of the most important chords that you could possibly learn, is that G, okay? The next chord we're going to learn how to play is the C chord, which works really well with the G chord. You see it a lot in the same songs. So this is just a standard way of playing C. Okay, right here what we're going to do is we're going to take that first finger, we're going to place it on the 2nd string, 1st fret. We're going to place the middle finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And we're going to place the ring finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret. And remember, you can pause the video anytime if you need to go through these, if these are new for you. So the C chord. Okay, so we have G and we have C. The third most important chord that we need to learn is the D chord, or D major. All 3 of these chords right now are what we call major, which tends to sound a little bit more happy, okay? So D major, or we can just call it D, looks like this. And what we're going to do is place the first finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, place the ring finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and then the middle finger is going to go on the 1st string on the 2nd fret. And we can strum the bottom 4 on this one. Okay? So summarize so far, we've got G, which you can strum all 6. We've got C, which you're actually just going to strum the bottom 5. I'm going to try and skip that C there. And then D, you're going to strum the bottom 4. Now, those 3 chords right there are going to enable you to play hundreds, if not thousands, of different songs just with those 3 chords. But the next chords we're going to add in some chords that we call minor. And minor chords are written with a little M behind them, okay? And they tend to sound a little bit sad or dark, but they're really, really important to use along with major chords. You hear a lot of songs that use them together. So the next most important chord that we're going to learn how to play is the E minor chord. This is our 4th chord. Now, E minor is done by taking your middle finger and placing it on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and taking your ring finger and placing it on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Now, again, if you've learned some of these and you use different fingers or whatever, it's totally fine. Okay, I'm just giving you the standard ways of playing these, the most popular ways, okay? So if you used, your 1st and 2nd fingers instead or something, don't worry about that. That's okay. So you've got E minor here. You can hear how it sounds a little bit darker. So you can see if I take those 4 chords right there, put them together, it's going to sound like many, many, many songs that I'm sure you're familiar with. There's just hundreds of them out there. So we've got 4 chords so far. So let's keep going. The 5th chord that we're going to learn to add into this is going to be the A minor chord. Okay, now A minor is done by taking the first finger and placing it on the 2nd string on the 1st fret. The middle finger, is going to go on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And the ring finger is going to go on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So first finger on the 1st fret here. Okay, and this one we can strum the bottom 5. E minor, we could strum everybody. A minor, we're strumming the bottom 5 here. Okay, so that gives us 5 chords, a combination of major chords and minor chords. So now what we're going to do is look at a couple other chords that we're going to need. We're going to go to an A major chord. An A major, or A we call it, is done by placing your first finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, your middle finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and your ring finger on the 2nd string 2nd fret. And you can strum the bottom 5 on this one as well. So you have A minor, which kind of sounds sad, and you've got A major. Okay? And we have E minor already. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to add in E major, or E we call it. So if we were to make that E minor chord that we just did, and we add the first finger on the 3rd string 1st fret, we would get E major. Now, a really good idea is just to, as you continue learning how to play, is get comfortable with the sounds of major and minor chords. Again, the more your ear gets comfortable with hearing the sound of a happier chord or a sadder chord, when you're listening to music and you go, oh, I think I should figure out what this is, you might learn how to play by ear, and one of the things that's going to help you is being able to hear the difference between major and minor chords. Okay, so let's review so far. We've got G major, or G, C major, or C, D, or D major, right? E minor, that's 4 chords. A minor, that's 5 chords. Then we added in A major, that's 6. E major, that's 7. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the D chord, and this is used a little bit less, but we're going to play a D minor chord. And D minor is a really nice sounding chord, very, very dark sounding. We're going to place the first finger on the 1st string 1st fret. We're going to place the middle finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. And we're going to place the ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret. And this one we can strum the bottom 4, just like the D chord. So you have D major, or D, and then D minor. We don't always have to say major after every chord. Okay, if it's G major, you don't have to say major. If you just say G, the world knows you're talking about G major. But when you say minor, you have to specify if you want it to be minor. So if I say, hey, play a D chord, please, you play this. If I said play a D minor, then you would need to play this. So I don't have to say D major, I can just say D. Okay? So that gives us 8 chords. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the last 2 chords, which are probably the most difficult chords to learn how to play out of these 10 essential chords, is the F chord, which is done by barring over the 1st and 2nd strings at the 1st fret. And then we take the middle finger and go up to the 3rd string 2nd fret. And we take the ring finger and we go to the 4th string 3rd fret. We can only strum those bottom 4. So you got to make a little bar over those bottom 2. That's the 9th chord we're going to learn how to play. And then finally, the 10th chord we're going to play is the B minor chord. Again, a really pretty sounding chord, but a little bit difficult because it uses 4 fingers. So first finger is going to go on the 1st string 2nd fret. Middle finger is going to go on the 2nd string 3rd fret. Ring finger is going to go on the 4th string 4th fret. So you're skipping a string right there. And then pinky is going to fill that space by going on the 3rd string 4th fret. And you can strum the bottom 4 on this one. Now, with those 10 chords, you're going to be able to play in a number of different keys, we call it. So if a song is in the key of G, it means G is the main chord, and you're going to go other places, but you're going to come back to G. The key of A means A is the main chord. You're going to go other places, but you're going to come back to A. So with these 10 chords, there are literally thousands of chords, okay? And it tends to get overwhelming with people because you buy a chord chart or something like that, and there's all these chords on there. The most important advice that I can give you is don't worry about trying to learn 1,000 chords, okay? Learn the most important chords and then start learning some songs that use those chords, right? So, for instance, we have G, C, D, and E minor. Those were our first 4 chords. You could learn how to play songs by Pearl Jam, you could learn how to play songs by Pink, you could learn how to play songs by Bob Dylan. I mean, there's just a whole host of different songs out there. I mean, Adele, anything that you're interested in, these chords are going to be perfect for the songs that you're learning. Now, these chords are not going to give you Metallica or something like that. You're going to want to look for some folk songs or rock songs that are, mellow, like Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison might be a good one to look at or something like that. Any ballads would be great. These are great places to start if you're beginning to learn how to play. guitarzoom actually has a channel called Guitar Songs Channel that has a bunch of different things that you might want to look at that use these chords that I teach you how to play. Me and some of my other guitar instructors, where the point of some of these is just to learn some easy, fun songs, right? So this gives you 10 chords to learn how to play. Now, if you like this lesson, please think about sharing it, or follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, or even you can go to Snapchat at guitarzoom and catch lessons that we put out, promos that we do, or any discounts that we might offer. So please think about that. Please think about sharing or subscribing to some of the things that we've got. So take care and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.